To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that?
What do you desire that you can't have?
Now you should at least give a brother a moment to say something heroically clever.
You have failed this city.
So I have this thing with rolls?
Just the end of the world.
There's about a dozen ways that I could stop you right now. But I don't think I have to.
You're the boy from the circus.
I started up a security firm.
Finally, a superhero team I can actually get behind.
In the future, my friends may not be heroes, but if we succeed, they will be remembered as legends.
Welcome to the DC TV report for the week ending Saturday, April 25th, 2020. I'm Little Eddie O'Hare, aspiring professional fanboy.
And I'm Sarah Netzley, academic by day, writer by night.
We're here to bring you recaps, news, and commentary for all live-action television shows based on DC Comics.
2 new episodes this week. We got 2 new episodes.
New episodes! Yay!
And we should have new episodes for a while. What Supergirl at least is going to keep us going for a month and a half, I think.
Yeah.
On its own. So, yay!
Yes, so exciting. Oh, man. We get Batwoman next week, Supergirl the week after that. Stargirl's not that far off. But we just got 2 episodes to worry about this week.
Yeah, we can do this. So it has been raining for 3 days here, and I have a sick cat who had to go to the vet this week. Tell me something good.
Well, yeah, something good. I've been watching a lot more Joy of Painting with Bob Ross.
Is he what we need right now?
Yes, I think he is. Oh man, just the positivity on that guy, and what he can do with a wet canvas, man. And there's little things in there. There's little things in those episodes where he's building a mountain and he's throwing all the shades on. And he's like, hey, with just a couple of strokes, you can move mountains. It's like, oh man, I could do anything. I could do anything right now.
All right, this was the positivity I needed. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all there. You can create an entire world. It could be anything you want to be. You just need to make a decision. It's just like, oh man. And he doesn't say it every episode, but every once in a while, when he's really feeling frisky, he'll go, "Let's get brave." And you're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen? Something amazing is about to happen when he says, "Let's get brave." Oh.
Where are you finding Bob Ross?
Oh, YouTube.
Oh,
like every episode is on YouTube in actually pretty good quality. I think it's like his estate set up his own YouTube channel, and they just threw all the episodes up there. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Well, I will definitely have to check that out.
Oh, okay, all right. So it's been raining in Illinois. It rained pretty hard in New York yesterday.
It just seems like it's been gray all week.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you're from Illinois, so you probably have some insight. Did you catch The Last Dance, the first 2 parts of the 10-part documentary on Michael Jordan and the '98 Bulls?
Not enough Tony Kukoc. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there's 10 episodes, so I'm sure.
No, I saw a Chicago Bulls game in 1993. It was very exciting to go to the United Center and see all that happen. To get to be in the room with the great Luke Longley. It was just like,
yeah, you were a Horace Grant gal.
I mean, if you gotta. A lot of my friends, of course, are flipping for it. So yeah, it has been exciting around here with that happening. But we are not a household that was ever going to really partake. I did super enjoy the screen grabs I saw of Barack Obama, former Illinois resident. So that was exciting. That's yeah. Or former Chicago resident. Sorry, former Chicago resident.
Oh, okay. And I one last sports thing, because I know it's not your cup of tea, but the NFL draft has been happening the last 2 days. The last day of it is tonight. Did you see the shot of
Bill Belichick's dog?
Yes.
Yes. Look, the only time I'm going to pay attention to your NFL draft anything is when there is a dog at a computer calling the shots.
Yes, which I think shows Bill Belichick does have a sense of humor, and he is a complete troll.
No, I don't believe that for a second. I believe somebody in his life does. I know enough to understand that Bill Belichick is the evil. Apologies. Don't at me. I don't understand your sports takes. I just know Bill Belichick is not a good.
Oh no, he's Darth Vader. He's Darth Vader. But he does actually have a wicked sense of humor.
Oh, that actually makes me like him a little bit. Look, I just know that if you're Aaron Rodgers, are you a little nervous right now because your team picked up another QB in the first draft pick? I don't know. I'm sorry. I live in Illinois. We care very much about what happens in Green Bay. Even I have picked that up through osmosis.
Ah, okay. All right.
That's the best I can do with the sports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, I mean, if you're in Illinois and you're a Bears fan, you're hopefully we're in a post Trubisky world. So
I think I have to go back just 15 seconds. If you're in Illinois, you're a Bears fan.
Oh, okay.
Like I feel like you can't. If you're in Illinois and you're a Bears fan, the segment of the populace that is not that, I feel, is pretty small. Either you don't care about football or you're a Bears fan, or you're that one guy who's like, I really think the Chiefs are great. No, get out get out of here. Pack it up.
All right.
Well, that was way more sports than I was expecting.
Yeah. I think we've alienated our audience enough.
Bill is so angry right now. But genuinely, I am curious what's going to happen here. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be a professor for a second. We are not going to have new sports for a while, I suspect. And I will be really curious to see are we going to hastily put together documentaries? Are we going to keep airing? Friend of the pod, Tanya Melendez, was watching the 1996 Summer Olympics replays on some outlet last night and live streaming it for me, tweeting it for me, which was exciting. What are we going to do? What are sports people going to do for months if that's how it goes?
Oh, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be rough. But we will find something. We will.
Brockmire. Everybody watch Brockmire. It's fine.
Yeah. Everybody watch Brockmire. Brockmire had a great episode this week.
Brockmire is currently in season. God, I gotta catch up on that.
Oh
show.
yeah. And they and they went full out. Like, and this it started like a week into the pandemic, and the whole setting is we're gonna time jump like 12 years. And America's become a wasteland that's filled with pestilence. And
how did they know?
And poverty, and cricket has become more popular than baseball, and the only solution to try to give baseball any kind of jumpstart is to make Brockmire the commissioner. That's the premise of Brockmire season 4. They figured it's the final season. Let's just go crazy. But yeah, it really is like, the likely outcome of this in 2033. Outcome of the worst case scenario. So really, it's a really weird watch.
Well, we're kind of spinning around in circles trying to find something that feels right to watch right now. So maybe that's what we do. All right. Eddie, could you do a Brockmire impression before we move on? I just got to hear one.
Oh, that ball is either out of here or deep in my wife's big fat cheating vagina.
Thank you. All right.
What can I say? For the dead, I have poetry. For the living, my sincerest apologies.
Do you want to talk about the Flash now?
Yeah, let's do that. So, on to the episodes. We got 2, and the first one is The Flash. Season 6, episode 16. So long and good night. Joseph Carver hired Ragdoll to put Joe on ice. Eve tasked imposter Iris with getting Barry to use up the rest of his speed. Cisco helped Ralph track Sue to a rich investors brunch that served waffles. Last minute reveal, imposter Iris kicked Barry out of their apartment.
Please. I've seen You've Got Mail several times. Hey, the Flash is back. This was a great episode.
Yeah. We got to see Sue again.
Yes.
And we found out that she's not all bad. She's doing this because Carver stole all her parents' money.
And she kind of likes Ralph's good guy.
Yeah.
Unless she was scamming him, which, I mean, I don't think so, because we kind of know how Ralph and Sue go down. But, I do think henceforth there needs to be some kind of warning label on episodes that feature Ragdoll, because I forgot this was a Ragdoll episode and I was not mentally, emotionally, or physically prepared. And I need that warning label up top.
Yeah.
Caution.
Yeah. Well,
Contains scenes of Ragdoll.
And also, no CGI. Like, that was, and no practical effects. That was all him.
I love it. It's so good. And I also super love the Columbo. I didn't say Ragdoll popped out of a box. Yes.
Yeah. Some great mystery stuff going on here. I just wish that Joseph Carver was a little bit more evil, more mustache twirly. He just seems a little stuck up and rich to me.
Yeah, I actually the show had been gone long enough that I was like, who dis? So I'm glad they reminded me, because he had made no impression on me before, I guess, apparently. So you're right. He just seems kind of petulant and weirdly eager to break mirrors with like parts of his body. I don't know. I feel like that's a good way to sever an artery.
Yeah, and it's shaping up. It looks like Eve is the big bad for this season.
Looks like.
Yeah, and we didn't really see much of Iris. And imposter Iris was kind of a real bitch.
Yeah, yeah, Barry is like a little bunny, like a spun glass bunny, and her words can crush that bunny. And it was hard to watch, and it was so hard to watch Barry pull that running home to you card. Iris, you're my home. No, get out. Oh my God. She shunned his musical episode gift. That is.
Yeah.
Oof. You hate to see it.
Yeah, and yeah, but it does look like Barry kind of got the notion that that's not really Iris. At the end of the
all
episode.
Credit to fake Iris. She has been playing a good Iris. She hasn't. I feel like sometimes when it's a doppelganger, it's so obvious. Dog with the shifty eyes from The Simpsons, evil, and that's not been. I mean, I feel like she's done a pretty good impression of real Iris. So she overplayed her hand, though.
Yes, she did. Yeah. Also, we're saying goodbye to Joe West for a while.
Okay, we just got Joe back.
Yeah. I'm wondering, like, is Jesse L. Martin over this show?
Are he and Cisco, do they sit around in their trailers just like, screw these people? I hate it here.
No.
I hope not.
I hope not, because I really enjoyed Jesse L. Martin in the show, and he was really fighting an uphill battle in this episode. And you'd hope like once supervillains showed up and starting to kill him, that maybe he'd take a break, but nope.
No.
No such luck. And and at the end he decided to go into witness protection. Just
I have a question about that. Doesn't your family typically go with you?
usually, yeah.
So
I guess it depends on the circumstances as to whether or not they think the family's in danger, or in the same danger. Yeah, but yeah, usually it's like the whole family gets uprooted.
But
I don't know.
apparently Cecile is not done with the show, so
No. She still has episodes on her contract. But and we learned that Chief Singh is
betrayal.
Yeah, he's working with Eve.
So I want to know if she has something on him, because I thought he was a good dude. I thought that,
or is he just another doppelganger?
Oh, there you go. We do have lifelike masks now. I did like Cisco's extreme disgust at finding Sue's mask of what's her name?
January Galore.
Thank you. All I could think was a lot of vagina, but that is Austin Powers' fake James Bond woman name, and not Flash fake James Bond woman name. Yes. But yeah, you're right. We have the lifelike mask. But yeah, no, saying that genuinely surprised me. This was, I don't know. I'm glad to have this show back. I thought it was clicking on all fronts.
Yeah. Also, you mentioned January Galore. We found out that Ralph had actually met Sue before that. Was Sue playing January Galore in the auction episode,
which is kind of charming. I mean, in a sociopathic kind of fake identities way. In the second Sue outing, I remain delighted by their choice of actors for her.
Yeah. I thought it was excellent. I was actually almost more excited by that storyline than the main storyline.
Oh, I mean, 100% I was. Please know that. Every time Sue's on the screen, that's all I'm going to see. So I am the "you're doing amazing, sweetie" meme every time Sue is on screen. So here's my question, though, about the mirror world. When Iris says really dramatically, "My husband is the Flash," how would Ava know that? Like, hasn't she been in the mirror world for a long time?
Yeah, that's an oversight. She
okay.
It's weird. Like, who's the Flash?
Yeah. Okay. I just thought Iris really likes name dropping her husband and just doesn't care who doesn't know about it.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Anything more to talk about with this episode, or
no? Good stuff.
All right. And there was no news, so we can move on to our second and final episode this week. DC's Legends of Tomorrow, Season 5, Episode 9, Sorry, Not Sorry. Sarah and Charlie went after Constantine as he raced to find the next loom piece before Charlie's psycho sister. Ava helped Mick create a highlight reel of memories for his daughter. Zari became curious about what she was like before the time shift. Last minute reveal: Zari blamed Constantine for Bayrod's death and made him promise to fix it.
Oh, this show is so good. How is this show so consistently good?
It's great. It's amazing. Yeah. Maybe it's the fact that they're only doing 16 episodes.
I mean, honestly, if shaving, 6 episodes off a season gives you this consistent quality, every show should be legally required to do it.
I know. But yeah, we had some real funny moments, some real heartstring moments, dramatic stuff in here, some great action and horror elements. But I think, Sarah, I'm not as familiar with the show, so you you should talk about the references to Supernatural this week.
Do you like that I didn't start off the segment by shrieking about Supernatural? Because, oh my God, that was... So I saw this a little bit late, so I was a little bit spoiled about this crossover. It made it no less delightful. Everything is perfect. That you have no actual people, but you do have Baby. Baby is all you need. That's the car, Ed. That's the car.
Oh, the car. Okay.
Yeah, Baby. That the music when you see Baby is spot on Supernatural music. Even the themes, like a god destroying worlds is happening on Supernatural. God destroying worlds is happening on Supernatural right now. So you've got that here. You've got like was it a story about sibling camaraderie and one vowing to avenge the other? And it just like, and of course, Dana's Sarah's hall pass. She would have no use for Sam. None of us do. Of course, Sarah's a Dean girl because I'm a Dean girl and Sarah is awesome and so am I. So we're basically best friends. I loved this so much. And for my Supernatural people out there, does this imply that Legends of Tomorrow and therefore all of the DC television universe is set in the same universe as the Supernatural episode The French Connection when we meet the actors as people in the real world? I think so. The end. All right, I'm done.
Wow.
Also,
okay.
There is no way that those props would have worked when Sarah grabbed the bag full of weapons to fight. Very cool moment, but surely they don't give the Supernatural actors actual weapons. That's all. That's the only quibble I had. Everything was so good.
Well, maybe I mean, it depends. I remember on Star Trek, Deep Space Nine, when you had all the Klingon scenes with the bat'leths, the way they said is all the wide shots they were using aluminum bat'leths, and then for the close-ups when they would actually get cut, they would use rubber. So.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, maybe maybe.
But yeah. So I thought that was a fun way to cross over where like we're not gonna say that these are the same universe, but maybe this universe also has a TV show named Supernatural.
And Sarah's a big fan.
Also thought it was odd that they turned basically all of the crew into zombies.
Yeah, and that's a weird choice because Supernatural is not really a zombie show. So that was kind of, you could have done, you could have had a better Supernatural villain homage. You could have made them vampires or something like that. A creature they fight more often. But again, that is such a tiny quibble and it was so much fun.
Yeah. And we got to learn more about Charlie's sisters, the other Fates. First off, the Keymaker is her real name is Lachesis. And then there's also Atropos, who is really into throwing knives at people.
Yeah. It's fun. It's exciting. So yeah, we got to learn more about Charlie's sisters. I got to learn more about my husband. Apparently Jason is a scholar of the fates in literature and pop culture. He just kept like popping up with names and attributes. And I was just like, what? It's just wild that after as many decades of marriage as we have had, he can still surprise me by knowing about the fates. Like details, specific. So anyway, that was fun. But no, I loved finding out more about Charlie and her sisters. I also loved the cold open at the club. Because I'm going to shout out to another TV show, my fans of Buffy. I mean, that was just a Wednesday night at the Bronze, right? But no, I thought that was a great way to introduce the sister, right? That's no wonder Charlie is not eager to return.
Yeah, and she took out Charlie's old band, including Declan. Poor Declan.
I mean, that was way harsh.
Yeah. That was the main storyline, and it ended with Atropos almost getting both of the rings, both of the limb pieces. But they cut off her hand and then sucked her out into the time stream. So who knows where she is now, or when she is now.
Yeah.
And
Sarah survived death.
Yes. Yes, Sarah survived death. Let's talk about Mick and Ava making those memories for little Lita.
I love that Ava volunteered immediately to stay behind and help Mick because they're friends now. It's great. I do have a question. Is a crib from Victorian England going to pass safety standards?
Well, I mean, this doesn't seem like the. Beggars can't be choosers, right?
Not a household that's concerned about Consumer Reports top 10 safest baby cribs.
Yeah, maybe not. Seems like Allie is like, oh, something I don't have to pay for. All right, we're good.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Even though, yeah, they did break into her house.
It was a clever idea. I mean, I like the way Ava managed to do it, and the pictures of Mick or the scenes of Mick as a dad were adorable.
Yeah. I also like that that even at the end of it, Lita's resentment is still there. Where
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, you showed up for 5 minutes once a year to take me trick or treating or whatever, and then that doesn't erase the fact that you were still gone the entire time. And if I turn around and to ask you a question, you weren't there anymore.
Yeah. That's sad. And it is interesting that his first impulse was to stop himself from ever having a child, right? And so
Mhm.
that was fun. That was a fun time travel specific storyline. I cannot believe how many things they crammed into this episode and made it entirely satisfying. Because that's totally a really different story than the supernatural story, the Charlie story, and the Zari Bayrod, which I'm not quite emotionally ready to talk about yet.
Okay, all right. So then
But we're gonna have to, because I think that's where we are now. Oh, and John
Yeah.
Constantine almost dying. Like, aw. I liked him helping in the fight by like ducking around the women who were actually fighting and just, okay, blood. All right.
Oh, but I think now it is time to talk about Zari. And Zari meeting Zari.
Yeah.
I do like the idea that Zari didn't just go away, that she actually is living in the amulet now.
Yeah, I like that our old Zari is still there and is still possible. Not that I'm saying they're gonna replace one Zari with another necessarily, but it's good to know that she's, still out there in the world. Or she's not out there in the world. She's in the amulet, but she's, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, and and also, I mean, the fact that Bayrod met an untimely demise, but because he used the amulet, maybe he's, you can still get to him there
Mm-hmm.
if you try another vision quest.
I was surprisingly sad about that. He hasn't had. I feel like he hasn't had that many episodes.
Yeah,
Us,
it's
and
kind
yet...
of weird because it's like it's a really big kill for someone who everyone on the show feels like has been there the last 2 seasons. Or 3 seasons. And he hasn't, so it's something that has a lot of impact for all the characters on the show, even if not necessarily for the viewers.
Yeah, and it worked for me though. I mean, even as a viewer who hasn't had that time with him, Zari's reaction was huge. And I thought they did the sibling things in this specific episode extremely well to kind of prime us for that. So I was it was great. Every beat of this episode was great.
Yeah, and the Bayrod Zari sibling relationship, kind of that friendly rivalry, it's so reminiscent of the relationship that I have with my brother and my sister. So that really rang true with me.
And him just saying you're my favorite Zari, I thought that was really nice. And then our Zari in the totem being so overwhelmed to hear that her parents and her brother were still alive. The whole thing was so good. Also, can we talk about sleepwalk cuddling? I feel like that's a thing I have not seen done in many romance novels. And
Ooh, okay.
Coming soon to a book near you. So anyway, I enjoyed that cold open as well, or that opening on the ship as well. Okay,
Alright.
can I make a weird complaint?
Okay.
What is up with the donuts they keep making Zari eat? Those aren't donuts. Do donuts like that exist? They're like enormous pucks, and they're super fat and fluffy. What is that? Those aren't donuts.
I mean, they look kind of like Dunkin' Donuts to me.
No, Dunkin' Donuts are like thinner and smaller. Maybe ours are just subpar in Illinois, but they're enormous. I don't know.
Yeah, they do look bigger. And they're really emphasizing the sprinkles. Even though, like, everyone knows when you're really talking donuts, we're looking for Boston cream here.
Oh, this is where our co-hosting relationship ends, I see.
Oh, okay. You're not a Boston cream gal?
Nah, I mean, like, just a good classic glaze or a good cake donut can be excellent.
See, I like the filling donuts. I like a Boston cream or a jelly,
Jelly is good. I came up on a local bakery that has not a Boston cream, but like a white fluff filling with a chocolate, which is kind of like Boston cream, but it's better. So but I can't. There's no national comparison for it necessarily. But I wonder if they're open amid all this chaos and confusion, because I would drive an hour for that contactless pickup of a donut like that. Yeah, that's where I am in lockdown, for the record. Driving an hour for a donut.
Or a good apple crumb donut that you could throw in the microwave.
Oh, that sounds good. So we do have a local place around here that does strawberry fritters that are incredible. And it's where I take people locally now when they come and visit me. Like, all right, let's get in the car. We're going. It is at a restaurant that has outside a probably 25-foot fiberglass rooster. Wow. So you get up, you go to the restaurant with the giant cock, you get your strawberry fritter. It's how you start your day. Come stay with me when this is all done. I'm a great hostess. All right. I also haven't had breakfast, so now I have donuts.
All right.
And I think I'm done talking about the episode.
Yeah. So I think that means now it's time. There's no news for Legends, right?
Correct.
All right, so now it's time for news for other shows.
All right, as seems to be the case these days, not a lot of news, but big news about HBO Max. We have a release date. It is coming on May 27th. It will be $15 a month, and those are the only specifics I have for you.
You may or may not already qualify.
It may or may not be in your home right now. No, yeah. So apparently HBO Now subscribers will be able to access it. And so those are the people who are paying not through their cable access, but just separately. That's me. So I will get it just seamlessly, I guess, with my HBO Now subscription, I guess. But HBO Go people who are getting it through their cable provider, that hasn't been worked out yet, apparently.
So like me.
Yeah. So you're a question mark. So some AT&T and DirecTV people are going to get it, but maybe not others. They don't have a list of specific devices you'll be able to access it on yet. So it's, it's still a little bit of question mark. And from what I understand, and Ed, correct me if I'm wrong, we aren't going to have any DC content at launch, any new DC content at launch. So for our show, we're not going to get anything new in May, but
no, there's it looks like there's some talk shows. I don't remember any of the narrative content. The only thing is I think there'll be some Sesame Street stuff, and you'll get new Looney Tunes. Which is the only thing that's like, all right, I can hold out and wait for new Looney Tunes. But yeah. So HBO Max, which I mean, there's like 5 different shows in development right now, for that network, but none of which we, if I feel like other than DMZ, the only thing we know about those shows is that they've been announced.
I was going to say the same thing. There's been nothing about. Well, and obviously, now is not a great time for any of this, but very little about casting or writers' rooms or anything like that for any of the Blue Beetle, Strange Adventures, Green Lantern, and none of those. Is it Superhero High, the other one? So, who knows? Who knows?
The Shadow knows.
The Shadow. Is that a DC property?
No.
No.
All right, moving on.
All right. Bad news for Lucifer. We do not have a season 5 release date yet. Joe Henderson, the showrunner, tweeted, "You'll know when I know," basically, is what he said. Apparently, they've hit some COVID-related post-production hiccups. I do not know what that means, but I get a sense that the season 5 part 1 is not done and ready to go yet. So don't hold your breath, I guess.
Oh, this is disappointing.
So that is a bummer.
Yeah. I wonder if it's something where it's like they can't get enough people in a room or someone's sick.
Yeah, I always kind of think of the post-production work as a person at a computer. And so that feels like could be done remotely, socially distant, all that. But what do I know? I don't work in Hollywood, so I have no idea. But that's depressing. Not depressing.
Yeah.
That's disappointing because I was kind of looking forward to season 5 of Lucifer to, get us through with some fresh content.
So now there may not be a season 6 because of Tom Ellis contract issues,
And season 5 is question mark.
Yeah, we're waiting longer for season 5. Ugh. All right.
Well, so here's so the last piece of news that we have this week is for the Sandman, also on Netflix, and it's, I guess, slightly, maybe a little more upbeat. Neil Gaiman gave an interview this week and said that when the shutdown happened, they were in the middle of auditions, they were writing scripts, they were even building the sets. So that's how far along and how committed they were to getting the show off the ground. Obviously, most of that had to grind to a halt, but what he did say was, you know what, we're taking this time to work on the scripts and we're going to make them great. So I thought that was a little positive, at least that they can, this is the time where it is a writer at a computer Zooming with other writers, to make sure, I assume that means they can hit the ground running, right? So I thought that was, a positive spin on everything. So It also told me there are writers out there who are managing to write during this. And I just want to say, tell me how to do that. That's interesting. So.
Oh, man. I trust in Neil Gaiman. So
in Gaiman, I trust.
Yes. All right. So that's a little bit of positive news. And that's it for the news, right?
That is it for the news.
So now it's time for our winners of the week. Sarah, you want to go first? Sure,
yeah, because I can go first because everybody knows what I'm going to say. It's super obvious. Hey, Supernatural fans, this was a great week for us. Everything about that without showing a single actor face was perfect and made us smile the whole time, from baby to the music to the weapons to Sarah's just genuine fangirling. It was a lovely little homage to a show that was supposed to be in its final season, but probably will be coming back in 2021 to finish up after all. So we'll see. But yeah, Supernatural fans, definitely my winner of the week.
Cool. My winner for the week was The Sacrifice Play. And that we had Joe going into witness protection program, going into witness protection on Flash, sacrificing himself to keep his family safe, and Bayrod dying to save his sister. He had two very important sacrifice plays. And each really pulled at the heartstrings and make me worried about where both of those shows are going forward with the season.
But worried in a good way, not worried in a quality way, right?
Oh no, worried in a good way. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Good. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Me too.
It's good drama. Exciting for the characters.
Good drama.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah. Sarah, we did an episode. Oh, well, thanks everyone. That's the DC TV report for this week. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at Little Eddie O'Hare.
And I'm at Sarah Netzley, SaraNetzley.
And follow the show on Twitter at DCTV Report. Send along your emails to dctv@wickedtheory.com. Also, be sure to subscribe to our show on your podcast app of choice and rate and review us. That helps more people find us. Check out our sister show, the Wicked Theory Podcast. This has been a Wicked Theory Studios production. Executive producer, Bill Sweeney. Visit us at wickedtheory.com. Shazam, everybody.
Shazam.
Shazam!